Well, we did it. We made it to the final round for the Weekend Wonder event, and we did not make it in the F1 Clash event. Missed it by a whopping not one, but 2 points. So we'll try next weekend. I think there's maybe 3 more GP events, and we will try from there. But now we're going to deal with the final round of the weekend event, Weekend Wonder event. So let's see. Looks like we got a full house here. And we're looking at, of course, a few perfects. And yeah, we'll see how we're going to do here. Starting out with Kansas Speedway. And it's thinking, and it's thinking, and it's thinking. There we go. Going up against the team score of 914. And we're getting P1 and P4 qualifying. Go ahead and go with the Blam. And we're going to need to push. Yeah, let's go ahead. And we're going after Phillips. And we're by the rival Phillips. And the rival's going to pass us again. We'll see what we can do. We don't have to worry about making it now to the final round just as high up as we can on the roster. So we will see. No stress, just fun to see where we're going to end up here. And the rivals should be coming around for pit stop about right now. They do. We'll push on around, get ourselves set up to be back in P1, P2. Rivals leaving the pits right now, but we're ahead of them. You notice we're conserving fuel and tires. And we're going to be starting lap 8, so we'll be getting ready to do the old pit stop here. We're going to conserve even more with black, and we'll go on in the pits. And we finally made it out. Now all we have to do is make it out through this crowd here. Rivals pitting. We should be in pretty good shape. We're just going to continue to push. And we get 75 points. All right. And we got one person that's faster than we are. Let's see if we can make some changes there. Watkins Glen. What are we going to use for the boost? If y'all have any recommendations, I never know what boost to use for Watkins Glen. While I'm thinking about it, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It's really going to help us. We're still super growing youngster channel here. All right, 901 team score. P2, P3, of course, Logano's, we're always racing after him at Watkins Glen. So let's just try some energy this time. That means we will have to pit earlier than we normally would, though, I have a feeling. And here we are fighting Logano again. There we go. And there he goes. That's good. We set fastest sector. And you see, we're just trying to conserve, especially using that energy boost that typically will use a lot more fuel, I believe. All right, and we're going to go ahead, make our first pit stop. See where we're at on the track wise. We're going to come in on fumes. And Logano's pitting, and so the rivals on the same pit strategy as we are. And we're going to go ahead and conserve. We got a pretty decent cushion between us and them. See, Phillips isn't getting as much damage as he did that first lap, our first couple laps here. And the real F1 race is coming up. Let me get these bits. Oh, I don't know if I'll have it. Did I? Oh, I did. All right, we kind of messed up a little bit there, but hopefully we'll be able to catch up. I got sidetracked because Stuffy is getting ready to do his commentating for the Bahrain race. Bahrain. All right, final lap. And unfortunately, they had to do a pit stop. We do not. Black will be coming in on fumes. That's all right. It's a P1 and a P2 again. They're about mid race. I was like, woof, we may have made a mistake somehow, but so it seems like energy is a good boost for this road course. All right. Now we got the Daytona race. The traditional race, as I call it, since it's not the road course. Let's see, we got a 905 team score we're going against. And P1, P2. And let's see. I really need to start doing some duels again so I can get some boosts. I just can't work it in my schedule. And knowing that the new season of F1 Clash is coming out here in a few weeks, I know I'll be grinding away at that. We got a little competition in P3 trying to get at us here. But we're blocking both lanes, so not going to happen anytime soon. I'm just going to leave them in neutral because, as you can see, they're defending really well. And we'll be making a pit stop here. And we're going to go ahead and push. They're going to go on around, which makes me happy. That's interesting. He got damage coming out of the pits. Huh. All right. We're going to go ahead, go back to neutral. going to go ahead and push. There we are. We're back to P1, P2. Jeez. Rival Phillips just blew by. I'm not sure how that happened. Alright. And we will be pushing. See, we got plenty of fuel and tires. A little concerned about the damage, but it's only 80%. Rivals pitting, as I figured. So now we're just trying to get the best lap we can. Plenty of fuel. Plenty of tires, and 75. Alright, so we're ahead now. I have a feeling maybe those couple laps we pushed through helped us get there. Alright, and I've raced against this guy a bunch over the years, over the seasons. Alright, P2, P3. Let's go ahead, use some energy. And we're going to go ahead and push. And we got around them. Go into conserve. And the bot's going to go act silly. And we're going to go ahead and pit this next time round. As you can see, our only real competition at the moment is this bot that keeps going back and forth. Rivals doing the typical Phillips extra lap. We're going to go ahead and conserve because we know he has to pit. There he goes. And that annoying little bot, it's pitting. And then we're going to go ahead and pit. Our damage is minimal. Hopefully we can get in and out of here pretty quick. There we go. Now we'll just have to deal with the rival black and that annoying little bot. I think he's going to pit. Yeah. And unless something crazy happens, this will be another 75. All right. And it is going to be time for a coffee break. I will be right back. All right. I am back. Even the crew has to do the old coffee stop every once in a while. So we're at 300. We're ahead of our equal players there. Going to Daytona again. All right, 905. We raced this guy earlier, I do believe. P3, P4. Let's go back and use some blam. I've noticed in the last couple months that that first boost, easy going, hardly anybody uses. It's interesting. All right, now we gotta get around the rival. And we're not making any headway on this one. Hey, good. Reverse psychology, it worked. All right. Now, Philip, see if you can get around there. Good, good, good. Oh, keep going. There you go. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Look at that damage. Oop. Did we do? What are we doing? Oh my goodness. I don't know what was happening there. We're gonna go ahead and finally, after we got it together, we're gonna go ahead and push. And the rival's gonna go on around. Well ahead of a lot of the traffic. So we're gonna go ahead and clear the rest of that traffic there. We're not worried about these up here. We know they're gonna have to pit. There they go in. We'll push by the pit lane. Oh, oh! The bot missed the pit. I'm like, wow. We're gonna go ahead, do the old pit stop there. Still ahead a lot of the traffic. And I think they will be pitting. Go ahead and conserve. They're going around one more time and do the infamous pit on the last lap. As long as we get up there in P3, P4, we're all right. So we're gonna go ahead and push, get around that bot. There we go. We're P1 and P2. Go ahead and push. And another 75. All right. And we moved up to 18th. Ahead of the rest of the ones that have raced 5 races. We're going into race 6, which is Richmond. The F1 rule race starts in 24 minutes. I'll probably be on the road by then. I'll still be racing this game. So, all right, 9:10. I will be heading out this afternoon. I was going to be doing a storm event for Mission Chief this afternoon, but I'm going to be out of town for a little while. So it might be delayed. I might be back. I'm not sure. All right, let's do some energy here. Only have 3 of those, 9 of those, 8 of those. Whatever. All right. We'll have some fun. All right, here we go. One of my favorite tracks. I'm moaning and groaning about a couple of them, but I do like this one. And as we typically always do, we're just going to blow through these first few laps here, make a pit stop, and then we'll start doing the conserve and push and all that. But I want to get some fast laps in here. We're into the pits. And we're coming out P3 and P14. And Rory back P1, P2, or P8, but it's going to be P2 soon. There we go. There. Alright, so let's just conserve a little bit. Lap 10. Alright. Jeez, look at that damage. Alright, we'll push. Black got hung up in traffic. So he'll be getting hung up in traffic again, coming out. Oh. Well, fortunately, I was 100% wrong. Good deal. And we're going to push the rest of the race. Do my best not to get hung up in a tiebreaker and lose the position, because I didn't attempt to do a fastest lap. Now, if I could be doing it, that's one thing, but I'm just not going to ignore it. All right, there we go. Race 7, the road course. Now, we used energy before at Watkins Glen, but I think we're going to use something different. I'm not sure. Maybe. All right. 907 again. Seems to be a popular score today. All right, P2, P4, and let's do Super Glue. I rarely use that one, but I rarely get them, so. All right. And once again, we're fighting against Logano, basically. And he may cause us some problems this race, Logano. First pit stop. Well, Logano just drive by us. Not even pushing. This is going to be a problem. Maybe. One thing that'll save us, though, is I think their pit strategy. All right, let's see. We're going to have to stay close to them, though. And Black is going to have to get it together. There it goes. There goes Logano in. Unfortunately, we'll have one more pit stop to make. So let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and we'll push. Just try and build up enough spacing, which is going to be difficult with Logano. I think Phillips will be all right, but not so much Black. This is definitely a 3-driver race right now. And Black has got to get up there with Logano and pass him. And that's going to be a problem. That's where we're going to lose points. All right, he's really close, but is he going to be able to not only catch up but pass? That's the thing. With 2 laps left, we have more fuel. We probably have more tires. All right, so we're going to try to play this a little bit. We don't want him to get ahead of us, because if he gets ahead of us, that will be a problem, because we can't really pass him a whole lot. We don't want to have to go and do another pit stop. But here comes Logano. He's going to have to pit. I'm conserving on Black. Go fast there. He has very little tire, very little fuel. We're going to push just a little bit. We're going to move up to neutral from conserve. Go back to conserve. Now we're going to go up to neutral. Phillips has finished. And let's go ahead and push in the rest of the way. We got barely anything left, but it's enough to get a 75. Woo! All right, race 8, California. Nine, 10. I'm almost out of coffee again. All right, P2, P4. I think this one has grip, doesn't it? You know what? We're going to change this up just a little bit here. All right. All right. Get out of the traffic there a little bit. There we go. Why did you just run into each other? Crazy. Phillips is falling backwards. Now he's back in first. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Like I said, we're going to be going back and forth. All right, we're going to go ahead and make our first pit stop. Okay, we're going to go ahead, go to neutral, get around the rivals and the rest of the bots, and hopefully we can conserve some fuel. What do you think? One more lap? I think so. All right, let's go ahead. And might as well. Just in case he gets beaten, banged on, and all that, what he tends to do. And this should be our last pit stop. conserve on black. We'll let Phillips get caught up there a little bit. Rival's pitting. And we get back into P1 and P2. And final lap. All right, got another 75. And we're currently in 14th. Race 9, 2 more to go. Talladega. All right, 9:18. This is probably the closest score we've got in this event as far as matchmaking goes. Team scores. All right. Come on. Oh, thought my mouse died for a minute. Okay. There goes black around the rival. There we go. P2, P3. And I think Phillips is getting ready to pass. Oh, yeah, maybe not. He's trying. There we go. And black is, oh, getting ready to pass him. All right. Oh, just made it. And that makes my days. They're going to go one lap further than us, which means I'm probably going to be pitting on the last lap. Three minutes until a Bahrain GP. That's hard for me to say. Starts. All right. Should be our last pit stop, I'm hoping. If I can hurry up and hit it. There we go. Oh, Phillips went in with us, the rival. All think he's going to have to pit. No. Wow, okay. Well, let's conserve a little bit here. Is he gonna? Oh, there it goes. All right. We're not going to pit. Okay. Did we make a bad decision? Not sure. It's going to be close. Okay. I always hate those calls when, like, do I or do I not? Because, like, I'm 1.4 gallon or laps left. All right, currently 14th. Woof, 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 woof. Last race. Kansas. Too bad it's not like Phoenix or something. Richmond. .909. Driver X. Why does that sound familiar? P1 and P4. And we are obviously going to use energy. We definitely need it after 9 races. And the countdown starts for the real GP. 1 second and lights out. Maybe. There we go. Slight delay. Alright, so we're going to figure out what the deal is with Phillips. He's stuck behind the rival Phillips. Oh, after I moaned and groaned, now he's 4th. Ah. He got tore up again. This may be our downfall. We will see. Alright. They're in the pits now. They're just fast enough that I can't conserve until I get around them. And now I'm getting stuck. Come on, Phillips. Phillips is down to 44 damage. This is crazy. Phillips is trying to get around, but this is not good, folks. All of a sudden, all the bots and everything came out of woodwork, slowing us down. Our only hope is to get around all this mess. Phillips get out of this water traffic. They're pitting. We've got to go. I think we just lost our 75 for this one. It's like Phillips just can't get around. This is horrible. I mean, why? That's it. Yeah, we're done. Figures the last race. That is horrible. Oh, irritating. I know I've raced against this guy before. No. But it's just the bots wouldn't get out of the way. That's the main problem. Alright, well, we're 8th. We should have been up here. That's just crazy. Alrighty, well, that takes care of our race weekend. And I will see you all next weekend. Good luck.